everyone and welcome! My name is Mary and today I'm gonna introduce you to one of the largest army we have ever created. The Night Lords.
Comprising a staggering 110 infantry soldiers, including 7 champions, and 10 vehicles, among them 6 large tanks and the powerful Leviathan. It took us 57 days to bring this force to life, and what makes it even more remarkable is that it was painted by 3 people. Yet we managed to maintain a consistent style throughout. We used parts from different creators to assemble this army, which resulted in a wide array of features and customization options.
My name is Chris and I'm gonna tell you about the conversion process for making Night Lords characters. The first one is Chief Apothecary. I use Fabius Bile as a main chassis. Night Lords need Scary Apothecary to sell their attitude. As an additional add-on, I use Terror Helmet as well as Night Techium and a Chainsaw. I added hand-grabbing human heads to add an additional flavor. The next one is the Librarian. This is the one that I had most trouble with. After I kitbashed the first version, I resculpted him completely. He looked very goofy with bats, and Cypher body is far too small in comparison to other characters. With the second resculpt, I replaced his legs with Terminator's legs, Tartarus version, to make him bulkier and taller. For the weapon, I used the Liber Demonica weapon and cool arms from Kim. I think this one is my favorite. Anyway, I spent most time on this one. Chaplain was an easy pick. Chaos Space Marine Master of Execution is the perfect chassis. With minor hand swap, he's almost ready. And of course the Skull Helmet. But in Night Lord's army, the Skull Helmet is just like an ordinary head. The Herald is the most interesting concept. I've got the customer request not to use the banner. So I replaced the usual banner with the spear and the blood chalice. It is like a relic to be held by a herald. Awesome!
The Death Corps of Krieg are quite intriguing. You probably already know how they look like. However, in this case, they are renegades. Instead of their usual gas masks, they wear skull-shaped masks with glowing red eyes, just like the rest of the Night Lords. They also have trophy racks and numerous spikes to fit in with the overall aesthetic of the Night Lords. We have also upgraded the tanks. We've equipped them with spikes, trophy racks, and skulls hanging from chains. We must also mention the model creators who made the creation of this army possible. For instance, Glukivnate created the model of Konrad. Damsa Prinstaff created the infantry body models. Red Makers created Renegade Death Corps of Krieg models. We also used custom-made hands made by Kim. And Leviathan model was created by Kitbash Guy. And a big shout out to Zach who purchased this army. Thanks, Zach!
The Night Lord's army is packed with special features. For instance, the vehicles come equipped with magnetically attachable weapons, giving them the ability to be easily customized. Likewise, the infantry soldiers have the ability to swap weapons, ensuring adaptability to different combat scenarios. Even the Leviathan features detachable rockets. Furthermore, the tank openings have been designed with magnets, enabling the seamless integration of additional equipment.
Now that we've introduced the army, let me show you how we painted it using Konrad as an example.
The first step is using an airbrush. Nicola paints the entire model red. Of course, we shouldn't forget about the base. Now let's switch to the blue-violet color. She uses it to paint 80 25% of the figure, avoiding the edges. This will create an interesting contrast. Next, she changes to a darker shade and emphasizes the shadows on the figure. Now let's focus on the highlights. Nicola is using the lighter colors. She will highlight the areas where the light falls on the figure. This will add a realistic effect. Now let's back to a red color and paint Konrad's cloak with it. Again, don't forget about the base. Using brighter colors, she creates highlights. Now she puts Konrad on the base and create a shadow where he will be stand. We want to achieve a natural shadow effect on the base, and airbrushing is done. Now it's time for Zofia to get to work. She starts by deepening the shadows using diluted red paint. This adds richness and depth to the figure. Next, she creates highlights on the armor. By carefully applying lighter colors, we can make the figure appear more three-dimensional. These highlights will bring out the details and add a sense of realism. Let's move on to painting the skulls. Zofia put beige color and adds highlights directly to skulls. Using brighter reds, she highlights the cloak. This will give the figure an extra effect and depth. Move on to metallic paints. She paints the backpack and other metallic details on the figure. These paints add a really nice shine. Now it's time for the final touches. Zofia uses special paint to create a blood effect on the blades of Konrad's hands. This paint looks so realistic. We're almost there. To protect the paintwork, Zofia applies a coat of varnish. And painting is done!
Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked today's video, make sure to leave the comment down below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next one. Bye bye!